What if the heroes we know and love chose a dark path? In today's video, we're exploring the 10 most evil versions of iconic superheroes. Grab your costume and join us on this dark journey through the multiverse here on the Hero Archive. 10. Ultraman. We begin our list with Ultraman, the evil version of Superman from Earth 3, first appearing in Justice League of America number 29 in 1964. Unlike the hero we know, Ultraman doesn't fight for justice. He fights for domination and destruction. Instead of drawing power from the sun, he must consume kryptonite to enhance his abilities, turning his greatest weakness into a source of strength. As the leader of the crime syndicate, Ultraman rules Earth 3, with an iron fist, using fear and brutality to control humanity. Ultraman is a dark mirror of Superman, showing what happens when the symbol of hope becomes a tyrant, and turning Superman's ideals on their head. 9. The Batman Who Laughs. Now, imagine a Batman with the mind of the Joker. The Batman Who Laughs is a twisted and terrifying version of Batman from the dark multiverse. His origin begins in an alternate universe, where Bruce Wayne is infected by the Joker's toxin, transforming him into a mix of Batman's genius and the Joker's insanity. He retains all of Batman's abilities, strategic intelligence, combat skills, and physical endurance. But instead of fighting for justice, he uses his skills to spread chaos, manipulation, and destruction. He also has access to dark magic and technology from the dark multiverse, and even creates an army of Bat-Robins, corrupted versions of his former sidekicks. His greatest weapon is the Laughing Toxin, a poison that turns others into psychotic versions of the Joker, forcing them to follow his plans. The Batman Who Laughs first appeared in Dark Knights, Metal number 2 in 2017, and quickly became one of the most feared and popular villains in DC Comics, symbolizing what would happen if Batman were consumed by madness. He represents the darkest aspects of Batman's psychology, challenging the fine line between hero and villain. 8. Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash is more than just a villain. He's a living paradox. First introduced in The Flash number 139 in 1963, Eobard Thawne is obsessed with Barry Allen, the Flash. His hatred for Barry is so deep that he dedicates his life to ruining it, using his own speed to travel through time and cause chaos. Thawne has the same powers as the Flash, but uses them for evil. He creates a vicious cycle of destruction by manipulating history, turning Barry's life into a never-ending nightmare. Whether it's by killing loved ones or altering key moments in time, Reverse Flash thrives on tormenting his rival and making sure Barry can never escape his grasp. With his time-traveling abilities and deep knowledge of the Flash's life, Reverse Flash is one of the most dangerous and relentless enemies in the DC universe, a true embodiment of a villain who is both a threat to the present and the past, making him worthy of the top 8 spot. 7. Wolverine. In the Age of Apocalypse reality, Wolverine is transformed into Weapon X, taking on a completely different role from what we know. Debuting in X-Men Alpha number 1 in 1995, this version of Logan is missing one arm and fully loyal to Apocalypse. Instead of being the heroic, tortured soul we're familiar with, Wolverine becomes a ruthless war machine, hunting down and eliminating anyone who stands against his master. His sense of honor is twisted by his allegiance to Apocalypse, proving that even the most noble mutants can be corrupted by power. This dark version of Wolverine showcases a terrifying what-if scenario, where his struggle with his inner beast is replaced by unflinching loyalty to a tyrant, making him one of the most compelling and tragic characters in the Age of Apocalypse storyline. 6. Yellow Lantern, Parallax. Hal Jordan was once one of the greatest Green Lanterns, but after the tragic loss of his city, he succumbed to fear and became Parallax, one of the most dangerous beings in the DC universe. His fall from grace began in Green Lantern number 50 in 1994, where Hal, overwhelmed by the fear entity known as Parallax, destroyed the Green Lantern Corps and sought to rewrite reality itself to erase his pain. As Parallax, Hal's once noble intentions were twisted, and he became a terrifying force fueled by pure fear. His transformation is a tragic tale of a hero who loses himself to the very emotion he was meant to control. With the power to manipulate fear, he became a formidable threat not just to the Lantern Corps, but to the entire universe. Hal Jordan's descent into darkness as the Yellow Lantern represents one of the most compelling and heartbreaking stories of a hero's fall. 5. Captain America, Hydra. What if the greatest symbol of justice had always been a Hydra agent? This shocking twist was introduced in Captain America, Steve Rogers number 1 in 2016, revealing a Steve Rogers who had secretly been a Hydra agent all along. In this alternate reality, Steve manipulates and betrays his allies, working for the villainous Hydra organization. As Hydra's leader, Captain America becomes an even greater threat, taking control of S.H.I.E.L.D. and rewriting history to build his empire. His status as a beloved hero is turned on its head, showing how easily symbols of justice can be corrupted. This version of Captain America is a chilling reminder that even the most trusted heroes can be turned to evil. 4. Superior Iron Man. Imagine a Tony Stark without scruples, selfish, manipulative, and willing to exploit humanity for profit. This is the reality of Superior Iron Man, introduced in Superior Iron Man #1 in 2014. In this version, Tony Stark sheds his heroic persona and embraces a darker path. He creates a new extremist-powered armor, using it to dominate the world and reshape it in his image. Stark sells beauty and immortality to the public at outrageous prices, indifferent to the suffering he causes. His ego and thirst for power drive him to become one of the most dangerous and morally corrupt versions of Iron Man. Superior Iron Man is the epitome of a hero gone wrong, showing how the very traits that make Tony Stark a genius can also lead him to become a ruthless tyrant. 3. Maestro. Hulk has always struggled with his rage, but what if he fully embraced it and became a tyrant? Maestro is the terrifying future version of Hulk, where Bruce Banner is not only intelligent, but also completely ruthless, making his first appearance in The Incredible Hulk. Future Imperfect #1 in 1992, Maestro rules over a post-apocalyptic world with an iron fist. In this brutal future, he eliminates any opposition and demonstrates limitless cruelty, becoming the very thing he once fought against. Unlike the classic Hulk, who often seeks redemption, Maestro is a conqueror, driven by his unchecked power and lack of mercy. Maestro represents the darkest possible future for Bruce Banner, showing what happens when the Hulk's rage is left unchecked and fully embraced. 2. Spider-Man Noir. Unlike the friendly neighborhood hero we know, Spider-Man Noir is much darker, brutal, and violent. Introduced in Spider-Man Noir #1 in 2009, this version of Peter Parker exists in a corrupt, gritty world where he doesn't hesitate to eliminate his enemies. Living in the 1930s, Spider-Man Noir is a relentless vigilante, shaped by a noir style and a morally gray code. He's not concerned with saving villains or offering second chances. Instead, he fights to survive and protect the innocent by any means necessary. His methods are harsher, and his actions are driven by a world of crime, corruption, and despair. This version of Spider-Man is a far cry from the friendly hero we know, making him one of the most fascinating and unpredictable versions in the multiverse. 1. Sentry. Void. At the top of our list is Sentry, the hero who carries one of Marvel's greatest terrors within himself, the Void. First introduced in the Sentry #1 in 2000, Sentry possesses nearly limitless power, but his fragile psyche leaves him vulnerable to his dark counterpart, the Void. When the Void takes control, Sentry becomes a force of pure destruction. Not even the Avengers can stop him. The Void is capable of annihilating entire worlds and spreading chaos, making Sentry one of Marvel's most dangerous and unpredictable beings. His struggle with his dark side makes him a tragic figure. Someone who could be a force for good, but whose power, if unchecked, becomes an existential threat to all of reality. With his overwhelming abilities and internal conflict, Sentry, and the Void, stands as one of the most formidable and terrifying characters in the Marvel Universe. So, which of these evil versions scared you the most? Is there another one you would add to the list? Leave your comment and don't forget to subscribe to the Hero Archive channel for more superhero content. See you in the next video!